Okay guys, so welcome to this next part, and in this part we'll start detailing this guy. So let's start. So first thing I want to do, I think the face is most important for the beginning. So let's select the face and let's go to sculpting. And I think that we'll do something different. Like I'll do my workflow and maybe you'll like it or not, but for now, as you can see, he's quite low detail, so there's not much of vertices here, so we can't really manipulate with it. So you can't really make a hole with it because it's really hard. So we need more detail. So the typical way is to remesh our mesh to add more details like this. If you click here, you can change the voxel size, which is the size of our remesh, and if you click remesh, it should remesh it. But as you can see, the mesh is not quite beautiful because they made some weird connections, and we'll do it a bit different. So I'll just reverse it. So click Ctrl Z, select it, go to object mode, and we want to subdivide it. So I'll click Ctrl 2 to subdivide it 2 times. As you can see, it's now very smooth. And also the quads, like the direction of our quads, is very nice. So I'll subdivide it 2 times and I'll click apply. And now we can go to sculpting. So make sure to have line topo off. We will not use line topo at all. And we want to make the eye hole. So I will click the X button, which is Sculpt Draw, the default one. And I will click Control. Let me enable the shortcut. Okay. And wait, how to hide it? Okay. I'll click the Control to invert our brush, and I will make the hole for the eye. And the hole for the eye should be around here where the ear ends. So I'll make a slight hole like this. And I think it's quite nice. And now I'll move this part more to the front, so that it's not that deep into the skull. Let's move this part a bit more, and I'll move this part also inside, so I'll use the control. And let's see what else can we do. I think we can move the forehead to the right more. I'll use the grab brush to make it more squarish. Like this. I will use the Very Peaks brush, which is this one. I have a shortcut for it, Shift 3. I think you have something different, but you can set it by right clicking on here and you can assign a new shortcut. So I'll just scrape it here, so make it more flat from this side. So I will try to make the flat planes also here on the chin. So he will be quite cartoonish, like a lot. And also the forehead, I will make it flat also. Let's see from the side. Okay. Let's select the grab brush. Let's move it more to the top, like this. And I'll move the nose more inside, like this. So there will be place for our nose. And for now, I think it's quite nice. Let's move the chin more forward, make it more pointy. This part, let's move it up, so he looks more slim. And for now, I think it's quite nice. I think we can also move the chin, like the chin bones, yeah, more to the right. But like this, you can do it with the Sculpt Draw brush also. So if you click X, you select the Sculpt Draw, you can draw the cheekbones like this. So they will go more outwards like this. Yeah, I think it's quite nice for the beginning. So let's go back to the object mode. Let's select the nose and we'll fix the nose. So let's go to the sculpt mode. Let's increase the size of our nose so we can change the shape quite easily. I'll match it more with our head. I'll make it more thinner here like this, and this part I will move it more to the head, and I think I will move this closer like this, so it will be more like triangular but smaller, and it's very nice. Let's do the same thing. So we go to, you can skip this part basically, you don't have to go to layout, you just have to select the nose in object mode, click Ctrl 2 or 1. Let's click Ctrl 1 to match the detail of our face to our head, so they are quite the same size. And now we have to apply it, which I don't know the shortcut, but we have to apply it like this. So it's very nice. Let's go to sculpting and let's see what can we do. I think we can flatten the planes, so let's go to scrape peak brush and let's flatten this part, and also let's flatten the size so we can see more clearly where the planes of our nose is. So you can see that here we have one plane and here we have the second, which we can also flat from this side. And maybe from the bottom we can also flat it like this. And let's see from the side, it's quite nice. Let's flatten it. Yeah, it's very nice. We can also make the hole, but there's not much detail right now, so we will skip this part for now. Another thing we can do is to pinch our nose to make it more sharp. So I will use the pinch brush. Here I have a shortcut Shift 2 for it. And I will just draw the pinch to make it more sharp, like this. And I'll move this part. And let's see from the side. Yeah, it's nice, I think. Okay. Let's use the grab brush and let's move it closer like this, so we have kind of this shape. Then let's move this more down. Okay, I think this is a very nice shape. We don't have to be exactly the same as the concept, just we have to be roughly the same but not identical. So that's very nice for the head. Let's save it. So save, and now let's go to the neck basically. So we want to do the same thing, or actually no, because if you subdivide it, it will be wrong. So what we want to do this time is to actually use the remesh. So if you go to the sculpt mode, you may have this warning at the bottom that it said object has non-uniform scale. So first thing we have to do is to apply the scale. So if you select your neck, click Ctrl A, you can apply either the scale, location, rotation, or everything. So basically we want to apply the scale. So now if you go back to the sculpting mode, there shouldn't be a problem. So now we want to shape our neck, but we don't have enough detail. So let's remesh it. So if you go here, you click remesh. This is the basic size, which is quite good. As you can see how much it subdivided our mesh, and it didn't subdivide it that much. So I think we have to decrease it. So let's click Ctrl Z. We can decrease it to 0.08, and I don't know the specific numbers. You have to, it's error, try and error. So I think this is too small. Let's subdivide it again. 0.7 and maybe more, 0.5. The thing I usually do is I decrease the number by 2 each time I need more details, but you don't have to do it. So let's see, this is a good detail, and I think it's quite nice detail. Yeah, I just used the plate strip to check the detail. So now let's shape our neck. So he's quite wide. Let's fix it. Let's use the grab brush. Let's move it closer. Also the top. So we want to make it thinner. And I also want to flatten it to make it this curve, so I will use the square big brush. I will flatten this part from here, and I will go up to behind the ear to this part. To flatten it like this. So I will give it a nice curve, as you can see, and I will smooth out the part that are next to it. So from the front we have this nice V shape here. Let's move it here also. And as all people know, like the typical character, they has this part more to the front. So first I want to do is to move the neck more back, so it will not be that straight, because it will be very weird if it would be very straight. So that's why I moved this a bit back, so we have this little nice curve. And we will also tweak it a little bit more. And now let's draw this part that it's going outward a bit. So I'll use the clay strip brush and I will just draw the something like V shape here. And it should pop up outside, as you can see here. Let's draw it from the side like this, and let's smooth it out a bit. And it looks very nice. It looks nice. Let's shape it now with the grub brush, so it has a little bit different curve, so you have to play with the shape. Let's smooth out this. So basically now his neck is, it has this kind of curve, smooth curve. Okay, and we will tweak it later, I think, but for now let's leave it like this. One more thing we can do is to draw this like muscle here that is going from behind the ear to the front like this. And now let's shape, like smooth it. Let's draw it again to make it more visible. Okay, it's nice. For the neck, I think it's more than enough. Let's draw it from the back also, and let's smooth it out. And there will be a lot of part where I will say nothing because I'm thinking about the sculpt. So just, you can look at the video and see what I do. Now I just try to make this more of a nicer curve, so it will bend towards inside like this. Oh my gosh, almost close. I don't know why. Save. And remember always to save your file, because Blender can crash, or your, I don't know, your computer can crash or something. So now let's move down. Let's select the torso, and I think I will move this part more up, so I'll connect it more with our hand, so this will be quite linear, quite, I don't know, matched, quite straight like this. And it's very nice. And I will subdivide it one time, so I go back to object mode and I click Ctrl+1 to subdivide it, but of course we have to apply it. So let's go back to the sculpting now, and let's move this part out. And remember that this part will not be visible, so we don't care about it that much, but we'll sculpt the basic details. So I'll use the square brush to flatten the torso here, and also the belly, like it's not, I think it's something like below the torso. And also I will use the crease brush, which is this one, to draw the line that separates the chest into two parts. So basic stuff. Let's draw the chest. As you can see, this is our basic chest. So we split it in the center like this, and we split it here also to indicate that here is his chest, and we can smooth out this part. Let's see from this side. He's not quite muscular, so he's quite skinny guy, so we will not add that many muscles to him, so he will be quite flat. So let's move this part to match it more with the bottom part. And the chest, I will move it closer to each other. And here I'll move it more down, like this. And the back muscles, let's go to the back. We can use the crease brush to also mark the split. But this time, like the back muscle, it goes from the top to the bottom. It really depends on the person, but he's stylized, so I'll split it, basically. Let's see from the side. It's nice. Let's use the square brush to flatten this part also. Let's flatten this part. And also, like, overall, we will flat his back. Like this. And the side, we can also flat the side to make the clear planes. And here we can smooth this a bit out, like this. And let's see from the back, let's see from the side. You have to check every angle, and I think it's very nice. So let's go back, let's select this part now, and let's subdivide it 2 times, I think. So click Ctrl 2, and now we can apply it. Let's go back to layout, apply it, and go back to sculpting. First, I want to make this bottom part flat, so I'll move this more down. I'll move this more up. And here I will move this part more down to make him more flat from the back. Move it more to the right, so he'll be more rectangular. And now I will use this square brush and go from the below and just flatten this bottom part. And let's see, yeah, it's quite nice. Later on we'll put the t-shirt on him, so we don't really care. And let's flatten this part, this side part, also from the back. Let's flatten this. And let's draw this middle line that I was talking about earlier, that goes down with the crease brush. Let's see from the back. Yeah, that's good. Let's see the front. I will use this gray brush again. Yeah, I think it's quite nice. It's like it's good. Okay, and let's see from the back. I'll try to move this up more to match more with to blend it more with our top part, like this. Let's see from the side. See, his belly goes a bit more outwards, so we don't want that. So let's select a very big brush and let's move this more to the inside, so his front will be quite flat line, like this. Okay, and it's very nice. It's more than enough. Let's go back to the object mode. Let's save it, and now let's select the arms. So arms, I will subdivide it only 1 time to match the top detail, and I'll go to the sculpting mode. But yeah, again, apply it. Let's match it even more with the grab brush. I'll move this part a bit to front, so his arms will be, and here I will match it more with the chest, so you can see like this line should connect. And it's only for stylized purpose. I'm not good at anatomy, so don't learn from me. I'm just good at making stylized characters. So this part we can flatten, like the back part. Let's flatten it from the below here. And let's see from the side. Let's flatten this part also. So we can see the clear separation of the top plane, which is here, I draw it here, and from this side. So let's sharpen it even more. So let's use the pinch magnify brush and let's pinch it here. And let's see from the side. As you can see, it looks very nice. From the front, sorry. And let's flatten this a bit more. So I will use the grab brush to move it. So you can see it fits very nice with the arm. This part will move a bit up or this a bit down. Okay, I think we can add a bit more curve, so we don't want it to be perfectly flat. So I'll add a bit, very slight curve here. And I will also flatten this part down here. So it will match with the bottom of the chest here, as you can see. So it will give him more stylized look. And I will use the crease brush to make the armpits more prominent, like this. Let's see it from the back. Here also, yeah. And this part, this front part, I don't know what this muscle is called, but this muscle basically goes like V shape here. So we can try to make it also. So let's go to the side. Let's drag it a bit down like this. And let's drag it a bit to the side. So we make it go past through our cylinder like this. And let's see from the side. Yeah, and this muscle looks something like this. So as I said before, don't learn anatomy from me because I'm quite shitty at this. So this should be more than enough. This kind of muscle. I'll make it more round. Let's see from the front. Yeah, and it's very nice. Now we can go back and select the cylinders. And the cylinders, they cannot be subdivided in a good way. Like they can if you add loop cuts, but I don't want loop cuts. So I will just go to sculpting mode and just remesh them with 0.5. I remember correctly, if I remember correctly. And I think 0.5 is nice. So what can we do with the hands? Basically almost nothing. Because he's very stylized, so that's why. So I'll add a bit of bump here, so indicates his biceps with the play strip brush, and I will like smooth out the sides and also the back. Let's go to the back view. Let's add a bump here and also a bump here, so they are on the side. And now we can use the crease brush to make a crease in the middle, and let's smooth everything out. So it's very slight. Let's add a bigger biceps like this. And let's see from the side. Okay. From the side, of course, we can make a few adjustment, because from the front there's not much to do, but from the side we can move this part more to the front, so his arm will be a bit bigger at the top, like this. And here should be the biceps, like this. and the triceps. So you'll move it like this. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Triceps here, biceps here. And let's match it more with the elbow. Yeah, the elbow. I remember. Oh my gosh. This is very nice. I'm very happy with it, with the shape. Let's move it more to the center, like this. Okay, this is fine. And I think we can leave it for now. We can just add the indent here by using the clay strip and draw the small indent, which we will then connect with our forearm. So it will go inside, so I use the crease brush. Control. I hold control to make it. And now let's go to the elbow. Let's subdivide it one time. And it's very nice. Let's go to layout, apply, sculpting. And let's draw this bump here. So let's use the this indent with the control. Let's smooth this part out to match the hand more. Let's go to the side. Let's see. I think we can flat out this part. Also, to make the elbow more visible, we'll make it sharp later on. Let's see from the side. It's quite round. We don't want that, so I will draw a plane here and the plane here. So I will make it more sharp. Let's move this up so it will match more with the upper arm. And let's use the inverse crease brush, which will make this more sharp, as you can see from here. Yeah. So let's also flatten this again, like this. And I will manipulate it to move it up the elbow, like this. Yeah, I think it's nice. Let's move this more to the right, to the left. And let's go to the bottom arm. Let's click. Let's go to the sculpting. Let's remesh it by 0.05. And let's smooth it first. So use the shift to smooth it. And I forgot to say something at the beginning of the tutorial. I hope you are quite experienced and you at least watch my previous tutorials or some other tutorials, so you know the basic of navigating in 3D viewport and how to sculpt basic stuff. So that's everything that I wanted to say. So from this side, I want the forearm to be quite bigger here, so it will be bigger here, but then it will be slimmer here. So I will move those parts closer to each other, and I will also smooth it to make it easier for me, like this. And this part I'll also make it more to outside, so he will has this bigger top, smaller end. Let's smooth it more. Here I will move it more to the inside, like this. So we'll fix the elbow later, but for now it looks really nice. From the side, I'll move this more to the inside. And this part I'll move it more out, like the biceps I said before, like before we sculpt. And also here there's a bone which goes from the elbow, and that's why it's quite more to the outside, so we have this curve here. Yeah, and here we have very slim part, like this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's quite nice. There's no reason to complicate it even more. If something is basic, just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it, because it will make your life harder, and we don't want it. Life is already hard. Oh, Yeah, I think this is quite nice. I will fix all of the shape a bit. And make it this more curve like this, so it will go down, then it will go left, and here it goes the same. It goes to the peaks and then it collapses in the center like this. So we can go back to our elbow and we can move it more to inside like this with the grab brush. And here, let's leave it like this for now. It's very nice. Let's see the front, from the front. I just want to make this more like this, and this I'll make it more like this. And this part I'll make it more go inwards here, but outwards here. So it will go inwards here with the curve. It will go down like this to the bottom, and there it goes up again. And I think we can even move this part. As you can see, this sticks out a bit, and I will select the elbow and forearm and everything that is below it, and I will move it. Or I actually can't, because they're mirrored, so I'll have to do it from the sculpt. So let's select everything. Let's select very big grab brush, and I will move it to the right. And here I will also do the same. I will just move it more to the right, like this. So the hands, let's move them also. So I will go to the sculpt mode and move everything with the grab brush. And the fingers, they are awful. Yeah, let's move every finger. Oh, not this one. Yeah, I think it's... yeah, it's nice. Let's now go to the hair. We'll subdivide it one time. And I think for now we can leave it the hair. Just subdivide it one time and apply it to make it match more with our character. So we'll do the hands, and then I think we'll end the episode here. So let's do the hand. Let's subdivide it one time like this, apply it, sculpting, and there's not much of sculpting here. We just smooth this part out, the front part and the back part a bit to make it more squarish, but here we want to smooth out this part, like this edges we want to smooth out. I just want this part to be quite flat, but like this inside side, I just want it to be more smooth, so it will connect more nicely with our fingers. So I will like smooth it out. And this part also, just smooth it a bit out. Yeah, I just try to make it look more on the drawing. And here let's flatten this like this. Okay, too much. Okay, I will not flatten it, I will leave it. So the hands is done basically. Now let's see the fingers. Let's subdivide it one time and let's apply it. Let's go to sculpting and let's adjust the position of it. I will make it more squarish, like the top I will make it more squarish, so it shouldn't be something like this for sure. So I'll make it more even. I'll drag it out, make it more like square. like this, like this. I'll smooth this out a bit, and now let's sharpen everything up. So I will use the crease brush to make this plane, like inverse crease brush, to make this plane more sharp here, so you can see the separation. Let's move this part, and also here I will sharpen it, and from the inside I will also sharpen it, and also here, so we can see that this is long, just a long rectangle. So let's sharpen it also here and here, and let's smooth everything that is in between. And this part I want to flatten, so let's flatten this part and the inside part. And let's see the finger, and yeah, it's quite nice. Let's make it more straight like this, and I think it's quite nice, so we can delete all the other 4 fingers, and let's select this one. Let's click Alt D and just move it to its correct places. So rotate this one and move it like this. And let's duplicate it again. And I duplicate with Alt D to make it have the same connection. Yeah, it's very nice. And they are not straight because we'll sculpt one and then we'll unlink everything. But you can move this more to the right. But don't move it in the object mode, because you can see that this finger is quite offsetted. So one thing we can do, I think, is not using the mirror on the fingers. So it will be quite weird, but I think, okay, let's not do it. We will not do it. So forget it. We will leave them not like this ugly like in an ugly like place, but after all we'll fix it. So now let's do the thumb. Let's delete it and we'll select this one, and let's duplicate it with Shift D, which is normal duplication, so it will not be linked. Let's rotate it somewhere like this. And let's go to the sculpting mode. And I will make this part bigger. I'll make it more bigger also here, so it will match more with the palm. And let's go to the side. Let's make this part a bit bigger. Let's see. This part like this more. Let's move everything out. And let's move this a bit like this. Let's see. And I think it's nice for the fingers. They are quite nice. Let's save the file. And let's check the time. Let me check the time. Okay, it's already 40 minutes. Okay guys, so I think we will end it here. In the next part we will go more into the detail. Or maybe just let's finish the ear, so it will be the end. So let's select the ear. Let's click Control 1, but it doesn't subdivide it nice. So let's go to layout. Not layout. Let's go to the sculpting mode. And let's remesh it by 0.5. And I think 0.5 is not enough, so it will be 0.4. Okay, I think something like this is okay. Let's smooth out this sharp edges like this. And also let's smooth this part out, and we will use the clay strip brush to draw it from behind, so it will be thicker from the behind. Like this, let's draw it. And you can see that sometimes there is artifact here, and the reason for that is that this is too flat, like this plane is too thin, and that's why it goes to the other side. But if you have this problem, just click on the brush and select front faces only, and now it will only draw from the one side, which is very nice. So let's make it more thick by drawing it here. Let's see from the top. Okay, as we can see, it's quite thick. It's thicker than before. Okay, let's flatten this part. So let's flatten the side here. And we can use the inverse clay strip brush to draw the basic inside of the ear. So click Control, hold Control to draw the indent here like this. So it's the basic indent like this. Make it even more stronger. Don't let it go to the other side. So something like this should be fine for now. And let's flatten this part. Okay, I will use the crease brush to make this part a bit sharper by holding the control and draw it, the outline. Yeah, I think something like this is very nice. Then that's it for this part, guys. We'll save it, and I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know what yet we will do, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.